Day on ABC. You're watching 27 News at 6. Straight to the point.
The web of the Jocko's drug case ensnares a Madison teacher, but school officials are in the dark over her role and whether her actions affect the classroom. That's our top story tonight on 27 News at 6. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff Gillen.
And I'm Monique Lobb. Thanks for joining us. Here are the latest headlines in the Jocko's drug investigation. Fire officials may suspend 2 more Madison firefighters for allegedly lying to investigators. Now, that's in addition to the 4 firefighters already suspended for alleged involvement with cocaine. 27 News learned one of those 4 suspended firefighters was fired last Friday, not because of drugs, but because he lost his driver's license after committing several traffic offenses. Copies of police records obtained this week by 27 News reveal startling new information not only about firefighters, but also about others in positions of responsibility in the community. 27 News reporter Tony Galley joins us with more on a difficult situation involving a Madison teacher.
Monique, like a firefighter, a teacher holds a position of public trust. And one of the documents obtained by 27 News catches the Madison School District by surprise and raises the question about whether one veteran teacher violated that trust.
John Salmon has pled guilty to helping turn Jocko's rocket ship into a drug house. And in a copy of a Madison police report obtained by 27 News, Salmon lists his cocaine customers. 27 News has confirmed that one of the customers on Salmon's list is a Madison elementary school teacher. Salmon, a former substitute Oregon school teacher himself, tells investigators he sold coke to the Madison teacher as many as 10 times.
We've not been made aware of it at all.
While school district officials say they have heard nothing from Jocko's investigators or prosecutors, information on Madison firefighters in the Jocko's investigation led to a separate probe into alleged drug activity by firefighters. 27 News has confirmed the 35-year-old teacher listed as a drug customer in the Jocko's police report has taught in Madison for 10 years. 27 News is withholding her name because 27 News has reviewed no police report with any statement from her, and she faces no professional discipline at this time. School district spokesperson Ken Sykes says teachers must abide by strict rules on the job to keep schools drug-free.
If a Madison School District employee is accused of using drugs or any illegal activity away from their time of employment, what we normally do is investigate. We consider this also a very serious allegation.
School district officials say the response to a teacher with confirmed drug issues depend on factors such as the extent of the drug use and the teacher's work record. Responses range from referral to treatment to firing.
Now, Tony, will the school district itself get any information on this teacher?
Monique, that's unclear tonight. That information would have to come from investigators and prosecutors in the federal drug case, and those folks have returned no phone calls tonight from 27 News.
Thank you. That was Tony Galley reporting live from the 27 newsroom. Now, Madison officials are going to court to find out more about alleged drug activity by firefighters. City officials will ask a federal judge next week to provide them with more information from the Jocko's probe. Fire officials have said they need that information for their investigation. As for the Madison school teacher, she returned no phone calls from 27 News.
The State Department of Justice has petitioned to have a Sun Prairie teenager held in custody as a sex predator. The 17-year-old boy was convicted in Dane County in 3 sex assault cases. He's set to be released from a juvenile treatment center later this month, but the state's lawyers say the boy has committed additional sex assaults in custody. Under state law, a sex offender due for release but considered too great a risk to reoffend can be kept in jail for further treatment.
Federal investigators are trying to determine what caused the fatal crash of an ultralight airplane in Hartford. Witnesses say the ultralight took off last night, climbed about 100 feet, and banked sharply to the right before crashing nose first to the ground. One man was killed, another man hospitalized. Authorities say it's not clear who was piloting the plane when it went down.
Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the crane collapse at Miller Park, an accident that killed 3 iron workers. You might remember Big Blue toppled on a windy day as it attempted to lift a 400-ton roof section into place. The feds later cited gusty winds and too heavy a load as significant factors in this deadly crash. The companies involved were fined more than $500,000. As Bill Griffin reports, the collapse stunned many then and still does today.
It's just a mass of twisted metal.
It took seconds to destroy weeks and months of work. Worse yet, the accident destroyed families by killing 3 men. William DeGrave, Jerome Starr, and Jeff Wisher.
Yeah, it was the scariest thing I've ever had happen.
Iron worker Chris Peterson stood high on Miller Park when Big Blue snapped.
I was about 75 feet away from where the boom came over and buckled over the wall. Took us a while to get down. They had a crane with a man basket. Actually, there were 7 of us, I think, up on the roof at the time.
Peterson returned to work, but left after a few months to spend more time with his family.
Think about that day a lot? No. Try not to.
But many will never forget July 14th of 1999.
My mom called me on my phone and all panicked because she was wondering if it was my uncle or my cousin. Turned out to be not them, so that was good.
Still 3 lives lost, you know. It could have been prevented, I think.
1 year later, as people snap a piece of history on film, others stop to remember that day and what's to come.
You think about their families, you know, I'm a father, you think about the children. And, you know, it's just something that was very unfortunate, but as I've said time and time again, you know, we're going to move ahead.
That's Bill Griffin reporting from our sister station in Milwaukee. When it is finished, officials say any memorials at Miller Park will honor all the men and women who worked on the project.
And time now for our first look at our forecast.
Let's head over right now to Chief Meteorologist Bob Lindmeyer for the latest from 27 Weather Central. Hi, Bob.
Hi there, Monique and Jeff. What a beautiful afternoon we've had with plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures. Now, there are a few rain showers showing up on 27 Live Super Doppler, but they're well to our east. If you look over Lake Michigan, just near Milwaukee down towards Racine, Kenosha area, that's where there are some isolated rain showers now, but they're dying away and moving eastward. For the rest of south central and southwest Wisconsin, there's absolutely no precipitation. Indeed, there's hardly any cloudiness out there. Skies are mostly sunny. We're at 84 degrees. And my forecast for tonight calls for clear skies. It will be cooler than last night. I'm looking for a low near 60. Tomorrow looks almost perfect for being outdoors. Sunday, just a little bit questionable. I'll be back with your weekend details a bit later. Monique and Jeff.
Thanks, Bob. The federal government will finally get rid of the Badger Army ammunition plant near Baraboo.
Coming up next on 27 News at 6, options on how authorities plan to get rid of the property.
And this bride doesn't have to worry about tripping down the aisle, just about getting her veil cut in bicycle spokes. Coming up, 2 cyclists get married on the road during the AIDS ride.
Another new NFL experience for the Big 2-7. Jay Wilson has a story later in sports.
Monday morning on 27 First News, is your portfolio ready for the next downturn in the stock market? That's Monday's Money.
Plus, are you eating for the right reasons? We'll show you a new way of thinking about food.
27 First News, Monday morning, starting at 5.
Bison and sculptures may soon replace what remains of the Badger Army ammunition plant in Baraboo. Officials were notified Wednesday that Congress approved closing the plant. Now the question, what to do with its 7,000 acres. Now here are some of the proposals out there. The Ho-Chunk Nation wants to use 1,500 acres for cultural purposes and possibly for bison grazing land. An agriculture research company would like to use another portion to grow crops. And a local artist has plans to memorialize the munitions workers with a sculpture park on the property. Officials say the land and water are polluted with ammunition waste and say it will take a lot of work to transform the land.
What's left are what you see, the buildings, the infrastructure, and that's going to be the challenge for the process, is to really decide what the future uses are going to be.
A special committee in Sauk County has been established to give federal agencies their recommendations about splitting up the land.
They are running from sea to shining sea. 9 inspired young people crossed through Madison today as they trek from Seattle to New York, carrying a message of human unity. Sponsored by the Baha'i faith community, they will break just long enough to participate in a racism panel at the UN in New York. The Baha'i communities are working to break down barriers of prejudice.
We're no longer living in a time where words are enough, that we have to take action, and it's through our actions that our words and our beliefs come to life.
Averaging 60 miles a day, the Spirit Run should come to a finish in mid-August. All right, what makes day 3 of the Twin Cities to Chicago AIDS ride different from any other day? Helmets with veils and wedding bells. 2 participants in the AIDS fundraiser, bikers Rebecca Slater and Ari Reel, got married. Adorned in white biking attire and a veil, the bride rode from Sparta to her wedding ceremony in Reedsburg.
And those would be hard wedding pictures to take, I think, all of that motion.
Get stuff caught in the spokes,
That's right, nightmare. Well, Bob has your forecast coming up next.
27 Weather is brought to you by Associated Bank.
It's summertime dealing days at Don Miller Subaru. Come see the all-new second-generation 2000 Legacy Outback featuring a smoother, quieter ride, better handling and acceleration, and larger cargo space. The 2000 Outback has retained its high level of equipment like all-wheel drive and full power options, including power seat and automatic transmission. Buy from $21,995 or lease from $299 per month plus tax for 36 months with $2,300 due at delivery. It's summertime dealing days at Don Miller Subaru, Wisconsin's largest Subaru dealer.
27 News continues with Chief Meteorologist Bob Lindmeyer.
If you've been indoors looking out the window at a pleasant weather day, wondering if this kind of weather will continue, well, it looks like it will. And what a beautiful scene we had today. Lots of sunshine, just some fair weather cumulus clouds dotting the sky. This is going to be the scene tomorrow. Plenty of blue sky will be with us on Saturday. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. Skies are mostly sunny. Temperatures on the warm side. We're at 84 degrees. Humidity quite comfortable, though, at 49%. Winds are northwest at 8 miles per hour. Pressure holding steady at 29.88. Here's a playback of clouds for about a 3-hour time span from about 2 o'clock this afternoon to close to 5:30. And it does show, again, scattered cloud cover, but there was more blue sky than cloudiness today. If anything, the clouds tomorrow will be even less numerous than we had this afternoon. So get out the sunscreen. We're going to need it tomorrow. Low temperature this morning was a warm one. We started off at 70 degrees. We managed a high of 84 this afternoon. There was no precipitation here in south central Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning were warm. Madison 70 degrees, mid-70s to mid-60s to right around 70 in southern Wisconsin. A little bit cooler across the north with 50s to mid-60s in the northern third of the state. But temperatures did manage to rebound statewide. We've been in the low to mid-80s over most of central and southern Wisconsin. A few 70s across the far north. Milwaukee, because of a lake breeze from Lake Michigan, is slightly cooler than we are right now. Here's a look at Doppler radar. Now at 9:56 in the morning, there was no precipitation. But as we went into the afternoon, the air turned a little bit unstable to our east. We had some isolated showers and thunder showers form in far eastern Wisconsin near the lakeshore going out over Lake Michigan. But again, for the rest of Wisconsin, they've had weather conditions just like us, and you really can't beat this. Here's a look at the Midwest perspective. At 5:16 in the morning, there were some thunderstorms in northern Indiana. These thunderstorms traversed into eastern Wisconsin during the early morning. If you're up early this morning, as a matter of fact, we saw some spectacular lightning displays off to our east. But again, by 5:16, those thunderstorms were down in Indiana and moving away. As we went through the afternoon, most of the unsettled weather's been here. Look at lower Michigan, Indiana, numerous thunderstorms there. But from Wisconsin going out to the west, there's no precipitation, a hint of things to come for us. 27 Weather Central Futurecast shows an area of high pressure building in on Saturday, and this high pressure system will bring us, again, near ideal weather conditions. From Saturday going into Sunday, this high will gradually move off to our east. In its place, a weak area of low pressure will move in. That's going to give us a chance for a few showers and thunder showers. We'll take a look at that with 27 Weather Central Microcast. We'll jump ahead to 6 a.m. Sunday. It looks dry then. But again, as we go into the afternoon, we might see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms develop, but most areas should still remain dry even on Sunday. Here's that forecast then for tonight. Clear skies, quite comfortable, low near 60 degrees with light and variable winds. Tomorrow, a beautiful day, mostly sunny skies. High temperature right around 80 degrees. North winds on the light side, 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Sunday, partly sunny. There's a chance for a few afternoon thunderstorms, high near 82 degrees. Southeast winds at 10. Then early next week, there's a chance for a few thunderstorms too, Monday and Tuesday. Dry Wednesday with highs near 80. Jeff?
A high honor for 2 Madison officers. One of them is Officer Tim Hahn. 3 years ago, he saved his partner's life in a shootout on Madison's west side. Hahn's being inducted tonight into the State of Wisconsin Fire and Police Hall of Fame. Retired Madison officer Dan Kalscher is also being inducted into that hall. The ceremony happens tonight up in Superior.
Bikers, get ready to roll toward the cure of muscular dystrophy. The MDA Freedom Ride happens tomorrow. The ride, which benefits muscular dystrophy research, begins at Sauk Prairie Harley-Davidson Buell. You can register there tomorrow from 8 until noon. And for more information on the ride, call 222-3269.
Plenty of change on the leaderboard at the GMO.
And a great football coaching career comes to an end this weekend. Jay Wilson has the story when 27 News at 6 continues.
27 News continues with Jay Wilson, Sports.
A great day to play golf and a great day to shoot more low scores at the second round of the Greater Milwaukee Open. Madison's Jerry Kelly just one shot out of the lead after the first round, takes the lead for a while playing early, but needs this birdie putt on 18 to finish the day at even par, and he does. Looks almost like he's won the tournament, but he's just relieved that he can shoot even par and still keep some kind of touch with the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to win this thing. I mean, it's far from over. I'm 4 shots back. I mean, that's 9 holes out here.
One of the Wisconsin golfers does very well today. Appleton's J.P. Hayes was 5 under yesterday. He's 5 under par again today for a 2-round total of 10 under. Watch this one. Stops and backs up to the hole to set up another birdie. Steve Stricker's day not quite as productive. He reaches the par 5 18th hole in 2, but that third shot's a real toughie. Stricker was in danger of missing the cut, but now he's in as he finishes at 3 under par. Your leaders, Lauren Roberts and Frank Licklider. Your co-leaders at 11 under. Langham and Hayes just 1 shot back. Other scores of note, Kelly, we said -6 along with defending champion Carlos Franco. Skip Kendall's at 5, Stricker at 3. Casey Martin looks like he'll make the cut at -2. Those that probably won't make the cut, Dave Spengler, Jim Schumann, Mario Tiziani, Mike Morani, and Jeff Budd. Notre Dame hires a new men's basketball coach today. Mike Bray is a former Duke assistant who was head coach at Delaware the last 5 years. The 24th annual Wisconsin High School Football Shrine Bowl All-Star Game is tomorrow afternoon at Camp Randall Stadium. The North All-Stars against the South All-Stars at 2 o'clock tomorrow. The main focus of the game, the players. But it's a big day for the 2 head coaches, too. Wisconsin Rapids' Ken Beagle and DeForest Jerry Rolke are both retiring after long and successful careers. This will be the last game both coach. Rolke was DeForest's head coach for 32 years. His teams made the playoffs 12 times, and the Norskis won the state in 1982. This weekend is a very special ending to a very special career.
Just talking with other coaches, you know, who have retired, you know, you'll know they said when it's time to step aside or it's time to change directions or whatever. And, you know, it was a long, hard winter, but it's time.
Rolke realizes that it's time for a change in DeForest, and he knows what he's doing, and he's taking a step away, so it's good for him.
I'm feeling a little pressure. Hopefully, we, like I said, we'll just go out and try to, you know, continue with the success that he's had, the tradition, carry that on, and, you know, do the best we can with it.
Well, Ron Dane's had a busy week and a half. Not only did he give up pursuing a liquor license for his proposed restaurant and miss a scheduled rookie orientation program with an inner ear infection, but he was also in Orlando, Florida, going through one of the rites of being in the NFL. Yes, the Big 2-7 poses for his first ever NFL trading card. Dane and most every other first-round draft pick goes through these poses we've seen on cards for the years. Watch this one. Nice. Even one with his helmet on. They shoot what seems like a million shots of Dane before they finally pick one that turns into a trading card. By the way, Dane is ready for all the scrutiny that's becoming a first-round pick in New York.
Well, I just want to go out, show people what I got, do what it takes to help the team win. You know, it's not nothing new. You know, I kind of carried Wisconsin for 4 years, so it's not a problem, you know, going out, even though we're getting paid for it, but I still want to just go out and have some fun and play hard.
By the way, the Packers' first-round pick, Bubba Franks, also in that photo shoot at Orlando. Ooh, the mean look from Bubba. Franks and the other Packer rookie scheduled to report to camp in Green Bay next Tuesday, but he is not signed yet, so he may very well not show up by then unless he gets an agreement.
All right. Jay, thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Tonight on Fox 47 News at 9, federal officials link a Madison school teacher to the Jocko's drug investigation. At 9, we'll bring you the latest. And if you plan to hit the water this weekend, we'll tell you where you can make a splash. Those stories and more coming up tonight on Fox 47 News at 9.
It's no slap on the wrist.
And you sunk my battleship. Here are your Just Home headlines.
A Florida jury says Big Tobacco should pay $145 billion, that's a B, dollars in punitive damages. The verdict comes after a 2-year-long trial. Earlier, the same jury ruled tobacco made a deadly product and knew it. tobacco companies say they will appeal. They also claim if the amount stands, they'll go bankrupt.
Now look closely. That's an old destroyer you see sinking. It was supposed to go down tomorrow off San Diego, but it took on water overnight and started sinking. The World War II era ship is being sunk to build an artificial reef.
Well, I don't know how you follow that up, Bob, but how's the weather going to be this weekend?
All I can say is sunny skies tomorrow, a beautiful weekend. A little bit questionable on Sunday, maybe a few thunderstorms, but when you add it all up, this is going to be a great weekend.
Good time to go to an artificial reef.
Yes.
Playoff football tonight in Madison. The Mad Dogs play Erie at 7:30.
Really?
Yeah, playoff football.
Lots to see at 10. We'll see you then. Take care.
Have a great evening.
If you see news happening, call the 27 News line at 273-2727 or reach us online at WKOW-TV.com. Provided by the Industry Connection and SuperNet. Thank you for watching 27 News, straight to the point.
RBC